Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Bagging Joy's Donuts, the fan commentary on the Dan Bongino show. And there's a lot to comment on today because he had a pretty controversial episode recently, a pretty controversial statement. So basically, he doesn't feel particularly upset about the Alex Jones deplatforming situation, and he doesn't think that we need any government legal action to rein in these abuses and silencing of conservatives by social media, taking advantage of their position and abusing their power. And I broadly agree with him on principle, but the thing is, we're already silenced. What would be the big loss if the government did start regulating social media platforms in one of the different ways that have been suggested, such as treating them like a publisher, or which they are a publisher because of the action they're taking, or an internet bill of rights, or regulating them as a public utility. I don't know what the big worry is because, like I said, there's nothing to lose. We're already silenced. And so Dan's got to explain exactly what his position is and why, because right now a lot of people think the reason that he doesn't care is because he has a guarantee he'll be safe, an agreement behind the scenes with Twitter, YouTube, etc., that they won't ban him as long as he avoids certain topics. I don't believe that, and a big reason is because Alex Jones had one of these agreements, but a lot of people do think that about Dan right now, and so I really, as a fan of his, urge him to clarify these things. What is the big loss that you're worried about if the government would get involved here? Because, as I said, it doesn't matter if they start choosing winners and losers and declaring this as hate speech or whatever, because those voices are already silenced, whether it's the government doing it or social media choosing to do it. What is the difference? So I would really clarify that, Dan. As I said, the irony is that Alex Jones did have an agreement with these. He is the definition of controlled opposition. He worked very closely with the bad guys for a long, long time, with the MSM, with the three-letter alphabet soup agencies, etc. And the goal was to basically give conspiracy theorists a bad name. The way it worked was he would be the kooky public face of, whatever conspiracy theory or whatever, be it 9/11 or Sandy Hook or whatever, so that anyone questioning the official narrative would instantly be associated with him, and that would scare people off from wanting to look into these things further and to question the official narrative. This is why I wonder if the reason that Alex Jones was deplatformed may actually be something less straightforward than what it would look like, that social media just censored a conservative voice, a popular one. I'll take you back to probably about a year ago. You probably remember a lot of articles coming out saying that Chief of Staff John Kelly was preventing Trump from reading or seeing certain news sources. This would be some Breitbart stuff, be InfoWars. There's a ton of articles about this, basically making Trump look like a kid being, kind of grounded, and, mommy's only going to let him read certain news sources. It's absolutely absurd. How is he going to stop Trump from watching Fox News or, listening to InfoWars or whatever? But there's a reason for everything that the administration does. So there is a reason that they were putting out this information. And as I said, one of the key ones that were being targeted was InfoWars. That was supposedly Trump was being put on this information diet and by Chief of Staff General John Kelly. So what is the reason for it if that's not really true, if that wasn't what was happening? Why were they saying that? Why were they putting that out? I'm not sure. But another thing dealing with the relationship between InfoWars and the administration, it was taken so far that all staffers who had liked InfoWars on Facebook were let go, were fired because of it. And there was a huge uproar, and Again, General John Kelly was blamed for this as well. But, another thing about Alex Jones is, if you're listening to InfoWars when Trump first became president, you'll know there was a time when Alex was being questioned by the FBI. He talked about this openly on his show. Now, we're talking white hat FBI. And this was before Mueller, when people had no reason to think that Trump was going anywhere.